And we begin with breaking developments in the search for Nancy Guthrie. Investigators have recovered new evidence, including gloves near her home. Thank you so much for being with us, everybody. I'm Michael Brownlee.
And I'm Colleen Williams. Just in the past hour, the FBI increased the reward to $100,000. The agency also released some new details about that masked man captured on Nancy Guthrie's front door camera.
All right, let's get to NBC4's Robert Kovacik live in Tucson with these breaking developments. Robert.
Well, Colleen just said it. We now know it is a masked man. This is no longer an individual. And yes, the reward increased, but we want to show you what FBI Phoenix put out. And there is something now that you also need to underline. And I'm quoting here, new identifying details about the suspect in the kidnapping of Nancy Guthrie. They are now not only saying that this is a man, they are saying this is the suspect in the kidnapping. It is no longer the possible abduction or the possible kidnapping. They are calling this, the FBI, a kidnapping. They are also saying that the person that they are looking for, not only is he a man, he's approximately between 5'9" and 5'10", average build. And in the video, they're pointing this out, and they added photos as well, everybody. He is wearing a black 25-liter Ozark Trail hiker pack. And that is a backpack. They're honing in on the details so you can hone in when you look at these images. Now, what happened today? We're in the neighborhood right now. Neighbors tell us the FBI was out again. You see them here in this video. The FBI is searching, and normally we don't have a lot of activity in the morning, but at 8 o'clock this morning, our time, 7 o'clock, back in Southern California, they put up a tent outside of the front door of the home of Nancy Guthrie, just up the street from where I am standing. That was an evidence tent. We saw two plainclothes detectives go back in and out with evidence bags. They didn't take anything out, and that tent came down a short time later. But again, the tent surrounding the porch or the entryway, whatever you want to call it, of the front door where these terrifying surveillance images have come from. The big break in the case as you look at them again, and now when you look at them, you know this is a man with an Ozark Trail hiker pack, and they are hoping you take a very good look at this because they are calling this guy a suspect in the kidnapping of that 84-year-old woman. That 84-year-old woman, the mother of Savannah Guthrie. Savannah taking to Instagram this morning, posting home movies with her and her mother. As experts have explained to us and NBC News, this is a way for the kidnapper and for whoever may have Nancy Guthrie to humanize her, to remember that she's a mother, that she's a grandmother, and their goal is to bring her home safe. I also want to show you, Colleen and Michael, how this community is coming together. This is a banner that was hung outside of our NBC affiliate, KVOA. They have been terrific in their coverage, and they have been so helpful working with us and the NBC News team on the ground. And now they have this banner for the community to sign in the hopes that Nancy Guthrie will be returned home. And why is KVOA relevant besides that they're our NBC affiliate? Because it is a reminder that Savannah Guthrie has always been an NBC woman. She started at KVOA in 1995 as an anchor and reporter there in her hometown here in Tucson. And they continue to call her one of their own, and we call her one of our own. And we are hoping that her mother is returned to her and her family safely. Michael, you mentioned that they recovered gloves here. That is a relevant piece of information in the sense that gloves were recovered near Nancy Guthrie's home. Do they have anything to do with the gloves that this alleged suspect was wearing when they arrived at the home between Saturday and Sunday? We're waiting for analysis. We're waiting for more information, but that information coming to us about those gloves from our NBC affiliate, KVOA. When we see you next hour, it's very interesting. Not only are the FBI detectives still out here, out and about in Nancy Guthrie's neighborhood, but the new request that they have for neighbors of Nancy Guthrie. We'll talk about that when we see you in an hour, but for now, we're live here in Tucson. I'm Robert Kovacik. Let's go back to you.
A lot of developments, Robert. We will see you then. Thanks.
All right, and we will continue to follow any breaking new developments on the search for Nancy Guthrie. If you have any information at all, you're being asked to call the FBI, the number you see right there on your